everyone. It's time for our morning sun salutations. If you don't have the ball, remember we use the yoga block to do the foot stretch. So I'm going to do that today in case somebody's here for the first time or the second time and you didn't get to see how we use the block to stretch underneath the foot. The first thing that we do is just to release the fascia under the foot. So I have my block here on the second height and I'm starting right underneath the toes, just above the toe mound, with the block right at the edge there. And leaning into it, feeling the stretch. If you have a cork block or a wooden block, it might feel a little more stable. This one is kind of slippery. And this can also work like on the edge of a staircase if it's low enough, or anything similar. You don't need a yoga block for it. Then I'll move right on the toe mound. So in the middle of your toe mound is that bony part underneath the toes. Not the toes themselves, but at the base. Feel like round bones. Just press into it. You can lift the heel and put it back down. And then right underneath the toe mound, again lift the heel, place it down. Get that stretch, lean forward into it. Not putting too much pressure on your knee. And we can release and switch right underneath the toes, the toe pads above the toe mound. So we're giving the toes a little stretch. Then right on the toe mound, right in the center, then lift the heel, place it down, lean into it. It's a very gentle stretch. It's not meant to be intense in any way. I feel it more in the ankle than the foot. Then go right underneath the toe mound. Get nice and hooked, lift the heel, place it back down, and lean into it. Okay, and release. We'll put our block away for a second. Then we'll do a toe stretch. So taking it in the other direction, you flip your feet. You're on the toenail side of the foot, pressing the toes down, stretching the front of the foot. Still yawning. Then switch. You can take it as far back behind you as you like to feel the stretch. Okay, then we're going to get on our tippy toes and walk all over our mat. Get as high as you can. And move to your heels. So lift your toes off of the floor, walking on your heels, walking up and down your mat, or whatever space you're using to practice. Just walk around. Then we're going to walk on the outer edges of the foot. So the big toe mound and the inner heel lift up. And we're walking on the outer edges of our feet. The clouds are so pretty this morning. They're big and fluffy. And finally, we walk on the inner edge of the foot. So the big toe mound and the inner heel are now pressing down. The little toe mound is lifted. The outer edges of the foot and the outer heel is lifted. Okay. And give it a little shake. Shake your feet. Alright, and we're going to start our practice trying to get 5 sun salutations. We're still doing sun salutation 8. I'm going to try to slow it down as much as possible so you can go at your own pace. So stand top of your mat. Let's just ground a little. So close your eyes and feel your feet. Your feet should feel, the soles of your feet should feel very alive after that stretch that we did. So feel the energy in your feet, that tingling sensation in the soles of the feet. Feeling that energy resting on the floor and almost reaching for and connecting to the earth below. The feet are a very important foundation. If you lift your toes, feel the big toe mound and the center of the heel down to the mat or the floor underneath you. And press a little to the outer edges so that you feel the surface of your foot connected to the floor. You can relax your toes when you're ready. Lift your inner arches, lifting all the way to your center line of the body. The kneecaps will lift and the thighs get nice and firm. Draw the lower belly in so that you can take your tailbone slightly down. And then take a breath in. The side body lifts into the armpits, the shoulders up to the ears, and then relax down. As the wrists become heavy, lengthen through the crown of your head and maybe move the skull back in space so that your ears sit right on top of your shoulders, your chin parallel to the floor. You're lengthening through the crown of your head as you anchor and reach with your feet into the core of the earth. This is Tadasana, mountain pose. It's a grounding posture. We'll take 5 deep breaths here. Inhale slowly through your nose if you can. Exhaling out again through the nose or the mouth. With 5 of these deep breaths in and out, feeling the posture, feeling your body. Standing at attention before you start your Sun Salute. And you can gently open your eyes in the last exhalation. Soften your knees. Feel yourself almost move a little more towards the earth, and we'll use the energy of the earth to rebound and lengthen up to the sky. So maybe take a little bounce, and then we'll pick up that energy on an inhalation. So dive deep, pick it up, inhale, start lengthening, front body, back body, reach your arms tall, stretch your fingers to the sky, lengthen, try to get the elbows straight, and your arms don't have to be too close to the head. If that's uncomfortable, you can open them up. And from here, let's look up at the hands. As an exhalation, we'll hinge a lot at the hips, bending the knees as much as you need to come into a forward fold. So this first forward fold, you want to bend the knees a lot and start just moving the knees, straightening one, bending the other. Remember, if a forward bend is not comfortable for you for any reason, just stay in a halfway lift. And here we'll just stretch out the hamstrings just a bit. And a halfway lift, we take a breath in to prepare. Exhale, lift up from the low belly. Inhale when you get to the top to lengthen from your crown to your sit bones. The shoulders roll back. The chest reaches forward in the same direction as the crown. And the sit bones in the opposite direction. On your next exhalation, so you should be breathing, plant your fingers down, get a nice grip with your finger pads, your wrists touch, and step back with bent knees into this variation of down dog, where we lengthen the hips back and wide. Feel as if someone is pulling your hips back in space, but you're keeping your hands planted. Inhale, big breath in here, and on an exhalation, pick up from the low belly, lift those hips high, come onto your toes as you wave forward, coming into a plank position. From here, let's get our core nice and engaged, press into the hands, exhale, drop the knees down. We'll take a breath, put the feet. On an exhalation, bend your elbows and come all the way. Let the hips touch, then the chest touches for cobra. This variation of cobra, we'll take the arms wide, come onto our fingertips. Take a breath in to prepare. Maybe the hips lift a little. Exhale, pressing down everything in the lower body so that the flat parts of your feet touch down, the kneecaps lift. At that exhalation, you continue lifting from the low belly all the way up the front spine to lift the chest. Maybe we'll take some movement if that feels okay for you. And you can be high up here, moving the shoulders or low to your mat. Whatever feels right. Move the shoulders as much as you're able to. Feel the shoulder blades moving on the back body. Then come to center, inhale, exhale, come back down. Bring your palms underneath your shoulders, shoulders still lifted. Tuck your toes, take a breath in here to prepare. On an exhalation, we'll press up onto our knees. Inhale. Exhale. So what we'll do next is lift and hover our knees off of the mat. Now, we'll just spend a little time here. You can take some movement or you can stay on your knees a little longer. Maybe go into child's pose, it's up to you. Take a breath in. Zip in from the low belly, drawing everything in, feeling almost like a lift when you do that in the pelvic bowl. The pelvic bowl gets lighter and you cover the knees here. Inhale. Exhale. Feel what is required in your body to achieve this. Be comfortable here. Just breathe. And again, you can come down whenever you need to. On your next exhalation, keep lifting the hips high to the sky. Stretch from your wrists to your hips. In this variation of down dog, the knees can stay bent. Let's pedal the feet. And let's walk to the center of the mat. Halfway lift, so hugging from the low belly as you exhale. Inhale, lengthen, reach the crown and the heart forward as the sit bones roll back. Exhalation, melt to the earth. Let the front body cascade over the thighs. Let your crown drop to the floor. Maybe take your hands and brush the back of the neck all the way to the back of your head. And again, staying halfway lift if this doesn't feel great for you, if you have any dizziness or blood pressure issues. And then we'll take a breath in to anchor our feet. Feel that foundation in your feet. Get the knees ready to be stable, but not taking the weight. You want the strength of this lift to be in the thighs and in the feet. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, press into the feet. Lift from the low belly to rise. And inhale at the top. Nice big breath of joy. Press the palms together, heart center as you exhale. So that was one. A little faster for the others maybe. And we'll add some side bending and some twists because we didn't get that in our warm-up. So again, soften the knees. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Bow to the earth or halfway lift. From here, we'll take the left hand to the right ankle. And the right hand behind you or up in the air. Straighten the right foot. Bend the left knee to help you go a little deeper into this twist. Exhale, come out. Switch sides, so the right hand holds the outer left ankle and the left hand is up in the air or behind you. You're going to bend the foot that you're not holding, the knee that you're not holding, so you can get a little deeper into this twist. And it can be done in the half lift as well. If you don't have to be in a fold, maybe hold higher up the leg. On an exhalation, come back to center. Let's move the feet a bit. And then we'll wave into our half lift. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands down, step back, take the hips back and wide. Inhale. Exhale, you can just let your knees come down here. This is one variation I don't think I have shared. And I'm sorry to those of you who are struggling with the plank maybe. You can take your knees down right here and not do the plank if it's a struggle for you. We'll just inhale here, lengthening crown to sit bones. Exhale, bend the elbows, press back up. Let's do 5 push-ups. Bend and press up. One more. And then come all the way down for our cobra. Hands stay underneath the shoulders. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, pressing the tops of the feet down, the thighs down, the knees lifted, peel the front spine. Inhale. Exhale, melt to the earth. Tuck your toes, take a breath in. Exhale, press up onto the knees. And reach to a similar twist, and we won't spend very much time here. Right hand in the center of your mat, a little forward. Exhale, reach the left hand up and slide it through. Rest your shoulder here. Inhale. Exhale. This hand can also go to the back. Very similar to what we did standing. Inhale. Exhale. If your hands stay on the floor, you can take your right leg and extend it. I don't have space. I'll go forward. You can extend that right leg while you're here. Lengthening and stretching, and maybe working on your balance. Lift the right leg up. And bring it back down. Support yourself with your hand as you unwind. And we'll do the other side. So inhale, exhale. Again, you can bring your hand behind you, breathe. And reach your hands back onto your mat if you want. Extend the left leg. You can stay right here or try, don't have the space, but try lifting it up. You come back down, support yourself to rise. Let's go through. Coming onto our hands and knees, exhale, hugging the low belly. Spend some time here, maybe twist. Downward facing dog, bent knees or straight legs, it's up to you. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, look forward at your hands. You can walk or just take a big step towards your hands, coming into your halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, fold, crown to the earth. Inhale. Exhale, press into the feet, lift from the low belly, zip up in the back and the sides, lengthen. Inhale at the top, nice big breath of joy. Exhale, press your palms together, draw the hands down to heart center. Okay. Said we'd do 5. There's only been 2. Not sure. Let's see how much we can get done. So soften the knees. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. And you can take your knees down and you can bend. Take the hips back and wide. Inhale, exhale, wave into a plank. Nice strong plank. Drop the knees if you need to. Flip the feet. Inhale, exhale. Bend the elbows as much as you can and let your hips touch. Then your chest. Inhale, exhale. Press into the feet. Anchor the hips as you peel the front chest. Inhale. Look back, exhale. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, look over to the other side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, come down. Tuck your toes. Press up on an exhalation. Keep pressing up or hug on the knees if you'd like. Come into downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, look forward at your hands. If you want, you can walk, or you can step, or you can zip up through your center. Exhale, hop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Sway the body side to side. Moving fluidly and coming back to settle down, center. Anchor into the feet on an inhalation. Activate your thighs. Exhale, press up. Hug through the lower belly, nice and strong. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands at heart center. We can get one more in. Let's inhale. Nice big stretch. Maybe a little back bend. Exhale. Hinge. Bow to the earth. Inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale. Plant your hands. Step back. And you can do whatever you need to. Bend your knees and come down to the mat, or bend your knees and take your hips back and wide. Inhale. Exhale, wave long into a plank. Inhale, lengthen, crown to heel. You can bend your knees down and go into your transition to cobra, or you can bend the elbows and swoop the heart through, coming into up dog. Inhale. Exhale, lift your hips, coming into downward facing dog. Might take longer to transition if you were in cobra. But when you find yourself here, bent knees or straight legs, your heels don't have to touch. It's a nice length, feel the weight evenly distributed to the feet and the hands. Breathe. So I am going to hop forward to the edges of my mat and take my sit bones down for Malasana or squat pose instead of completing this Sun Salutation. You can complete it, you can do whatever you like. Inhale. Exhale. My toes are pointing out, knees pointing out, lifting through my chest, lengthening my spine. This is the end of our practice together. Whatever you do next, do it with intention. Set yourself up to have a beautiful day. Maybe say 3 things that you're grateful for. Whatever you need to get yourself into the right space. And enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste.